We still have a lot of water that's going to be making its way southward, making its way downhill here in Wilmington. You're going to see roads like this stay flooded. That is how thick a layer of ice is currently sitting right now just here on 3rd Street in downtown Wilmington. Well, I walked over to the burial site where Reverend Billy Graham will be laid to rest here at the library alongside his late wife. And the people I talked to over there simply just wanted to share thanks. Well, man, you know there's that age-old debate whether it's are you for the dark side or the way of the Jedi, but there's no debating that folks were pumped to see Star Wars The Last Jedi here at the point. Well, Randy, here's an idea of how powerful this boat was as it came on shore here in Southport. This is the T-top of the boat, the fishing boat, the 26-foot vessel here. It is completely ripped off of that boat that was towed away a couple hours ago. This is Highway 904 right here. Roads like this still under feet of water. These folks are actually in this boat right here. They're looking to go and check on our relatives' home down across the county line. Not even 15 minutes ago, it was not raining. It was nowhere near these bad conditions, and the power was on here at the Exxon station, and there was lines of folks trying to get gas. There's still people, if you can come with me, that are over here trying to look at gas pumps and see if they can get some gas, but the folks in the Exxon station came out just maybe 10 minutes ago and said power's out, pumps are out. You definitely see a good bit of the white stuff, and it is already with a thick layer as well on the ground. So it is not only coming down, but it is staying. And you notice the tire tracks here on the embankment. Well, those were tracks left by trucks that made it through the cut through to access I-40, really their only road they could access for several days. You'd think it'd be easy just cleaning up all this trash, but it's actually quite complex. In fact, all this clutter that now sits along Highway 210 here, county crews have no actual right to clean any of it up. I reached out to 10 governments that were a part of the Cape Fear Council of Governments, what their fees and dues were for the council. Out of these 10 alone, they paid upwards to $200,000 annually to the council. Live in Wilmington, Andrew James, WWY News.
Everything is gone.
Sights never seen before in Pender County. Communities along the Northeast Cape Fear River devastated with historic floodwaters.
There's just no way to compare this devastation to anything that's been in the past.
Thousands of neighbors and pets have been rescued by multiple rescue teams, some with the county, others out of state, and some locals who had a boat.
This is sad, man. I mean, everything we have is gone. All these people, they have nowhere to go.
Robert Hicks woke up to floodwaters in his bedroom. He had to swim through 6 feet high of water to escape and almost lost his life. He was saved, as were dozens, and the waters are not going down.
We're not out of the woods yet. The rivers are still rising. We're not even going to crest before maybe Thursday.
Floodwaters are up to rooftops. White Stocking Road is a river and deep enough to where Greg Holloman and his crew had to dodge power lines to reach some areas.
It's bad because during Matthew I was still able to get back into the home, but versus here, the house, water's over the house.
A lot of these folks have not got home in days.
Thousands remain in shelters and without power, dozens no home and few belongings. County leaders confident neighbors and the community can recover, as is Denise Williams.
God never makes a mistake, so we're going to be all right. We're going to be fine.
For the Cape Fear CW Primetime News in Pender County, I'm Andrew James.
Blood everywhere on her.
This is the moment a neighbor's security camera caught Mary Hinson walking into this Spofford Circle home. She was then attacked by several pit bulls. Thomas Ginley was across the street. He could hear her screaming as he and Hinson's friend approached the home.
Once I get inside the door, I see 5 dogs surrounding this girl as she's laying on the ground or on the floor.
Ginley then tried to fight off the dogs.
The biggest one lunged at me, got my arm, and then basically all I could do at that point was keep talking to her, trying to make sure that she was still conscious. She lost consciousness a few times.
Police say Hinson was severely injured and rushed to New Hanover Regional, but they add that she was not allowed in the home. This coming from the homeowner, Sherry Spivey, who just 2 days ago was taken into police custody and currently sits behind bars. Ginley did not know Hinson nor her friend.
Old military training, basically. You know, when somebody yells for help, you go and help.
The dogs were taken by animal control, and after surgery, Hinson is in stable condition. Neighbors are calling Ginley a hero for stepping in. Neighbors also tell me they've called police about the dogs as well as suspicious activity at the home several times. Ginley hopes this incident will result in a change.
It's nice that the house has quieted down. This is a terrible incident to have happened, but hopefully it cleans out that house and all the problems that it's had in the last 2 years.
A reunion the George family never thought they'd see.
She is our family. She is. I can't sleep or anything without her.
Sierra went missing nearly a month ago, spooked by a summer storm like so many pets. This Sierra and her boyfriend AJ took the dog in after friends found her miles from home.
We wanted to find her a home, if anything.
The Georges put flyers up, and Stacy made weekly visits to the shelter, hoping but leaving without her dog she has loved for 15 years.
It's dreadful. It's like looking for a family member.
So many stories like theirs do not end with this happy ending.
This was very rare, and it was, I think you could tell how moved we all were. It was a very precious moment.
A moment marked with tears of joy. Animal Services sees the most missing pet cases in the summer, with the 5th of July being the busiest day of the year for lost pet calls.
Our front desk reports probably 15 to 20 missing pet calls.
A call volume increasing by 60% in the days surrounding the Independence Day holiday. Deputy Stephen Watson says only a quarter of them end in reunions. On a day where so many calls come in with worry and uncertainty, the Georges are a symbol that what is lost can be found.
She changed my life. She looks great, and I'm blessed.
That dog is so sweet, and it was nice to see that, that she had a loving family to come get her.
It's amazing how quick the time went. I mean, I've been here for 6 years, and it doesn't seem like it's been 6 years. It's just flew, you know.
In those 6 years, Gerald Thompson has not only been a bus driver, but a guardian for the kids of Bus 248.
That's what, gets me up in the morning.
Following his military retirement, Thompson and his wife moved to North Carolina to take care of his dad. Eventually, his job search landed him in the Pender County school system.
I never, in my wildest dreams, thought I would drive a bus. I was quite intimidated initially.
Parents like Kristen Tortorisi see him as more than the man who gets her kids to school and back.
He knows all of his kids' names. He waves to all the parents. If there's an issue, he reaches out to the parents.
He also found creative ways to keep the kids well behaved on the bus.
I'll tell you what, if you guys can stay in your seats, I will make sure I get something special for you. And they got to choose their own kind of candy they liked. They got their own medal. I have a medal with my picture on and everything on the back. It says, thanks for being great on Bus 248.
It's the last time he will do that, though. You see, Thompson is retiring and moving with his wife and grandson to take care of her family.
I wanted to do whatever I could to support him on his next endeavor.
Tortorisi, along with other parents of Route 248, have collected more than $1,000 to help Thompson's family.
We want to thank him for everything that he's done. Again, as a retired service member, thank him for his service to our country, and wish him and his family well into retirement.
It's their way of saying to Mr. Thompson that you did great for the kids of Bus 248.
I'm really grateful to all the parents, that are involved, and just the community in general.
An unsafe day.
Actually, with the incidences last night and today, I've actually been fairly surprised.
Turns into an even more unsafe night.
I've experienced a lot of snow. This ice is pretty brutal.
Icy roads have kept the DOT public crews as well as law enforcement busy after winter weather blanketed the Cape Fear. When someone is stuck in the snow, well, they need a tow. That's why we decided to join Bullard's Towing on a call.
The road's too icy and it just keeps spinning tires.
That's what was happening to John Eager. Red Cross Street, well, that was more like an ice rink, and he'll be the one to tell you that.
Once I lost traction, it was anybody's game at that point. The car turned sideways and just started rolling, kind of literally sliding back down the hill.
The first of many calls Wes Green is expecting tonight.
By the time we got done with that one, we got 2 more, so it's probably going to be busy.
Well, the DOT hopes it is not a busy night for Green.
The best thing that they could do is try to stay off the roadways if they don't absolutely have to be out.
During the day, the snow turned to water, and now the water will turn to black ice.
Try to keep off the roads, because they're not going to get any better.